Welcome everybody to this live interaction chat. How are you all doing today? Are you able to hear me loud and clear? Can you all hear me? If you could give me a yes or a no, would be great. Thank you so much. Thanks for the yes. Great stuff. Okay, then this seems to have progressed to another level. It was all about crystals, but now for some reason we're channeling. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I have both sets of, one set of cards ready. Here's one laid down, a deck here, all mixed, ready, and another one here. So 2 decks are at either side of me, ready to work alongside me. I haven't done this for a while, but let's see how it goes. Funnily enough, one of the girls at work has suggested that I do one of these in a private Zoom for maybe 1 hour, and it will be that won't be free. Unfortunately, that won't be free, but this is. So yeah, if you're okay with sharing a personal bit of information that might help towards your healing process, then I can't promise anything other than I'm going to do my best today. We can talk about crystals. We can talk about spiritual journey, your path, where you are now. Bullet points are far more important than long-winded, especially to somebody who's dyslexic and dyspraxic. So I'm not the best of readers. So bullet points are also good. If I don't answer your question and it skips past it, ask the question again till I see it. Let's see where we go with this. Let's see where we go. Okay, I think let the flow of the spirit world take us where we need to go with this one. First of all, I am welcoming all of you 89 beautiful souls here today. Thank you for joining me on such short notice. Today we're going to channel and look deep into our path journey and see if we can try and reveal certain things about our journey and ourselves. One thing I'd like to share with you that I've learned over these past 2 decades is that 50% of our issue of life is normally what we put inside our mouth and what we don't put inside our mouth. 50% can be attributed to our blocks, issues, emotions, traumas, all of those things that hold us back from enlightenment, happiness, joy, inner peace, and of course, the physical. I'll start by a little message for you few souls that are on. I'll channel a message for you today and see what it says about our future and see what it comes up with, okay? There is a benefit of life right now that many of us are struggling with, and that is holding our hand out for help. The journey that we are on right now is one of our personal path, our deep healing and understanding, and it's difficult for others to understand this and grasp this, especially in the world that we live in now. However, we have to find the balance in life. You have to find the balance. Being alone, walking a path on your own is indeed powerful. However, we still need help. We still need to hold our hand out for help. And that hand could be a physical, it could be a stranger, it could be a friend, but it's also the spirit world. Never forget that they are there to help you along this journey now. So often we ignore and choose to ignore their help, only at the point where we find out we are in deep trauma and trouble, whether that's physical or emotional. And then we call out for help. But sometimes, just sometimes, it can be a little bit too late. So now, at this moment, the spirit world asks of you, please hold your hand out. The benefit of our gift, of our healing, of our understanding is vital along your journey now. By holding your hand out to spirit, you also hold your hand out to the world of your brothers and sisters who are like you, kind, caring, loving, sharing. There are people out there. Never forget this. Allow them in. These past two years have been a challenge for a lot of us. We have lost our joy. We have lost our spark. We have lost that internal spirit connection, not only to peace, but to fun. Just to be foolish sometimes and joke and just be the child again. Right now, it's vital for you to find that inside you. Your path now determines each thought, each breath, each step in a way of finding joy and peace, happiness, fun, laughter, making light of heavy conversation, making light of the suffering around us, choosing to find resolution in the darkness, choosing the intuition, the creativity inside you to make the change of this world. So today, Spirit World asks you to make a ripple effect of joy and fun. Vibrate at this frequency for these next 6 months, and you will see your life changing, your world becoming magical, becoming healing, strengthening. Follow the fun is the message today. Okay, let's talk, shall we? What crystal is good for gastric? I imagine that's all the stomach issues. The stomach issues normally are to do with deep-rooted trauma. Shock energy is normally to the back. Stomach is normally suffering of what we've been through and we hold deep inside and we don't let go. Things that you can do is use a good healing oil on your stomach. I would suggest a good healing oil. Look for the healing oil of herbs and plants and flowers. So self-healing is a wonderful thing. Being able to use your hands and channel the energy is a win-win situation, for you will get stronger. The mother energy to the question asked is within you. Heal the pain of the breasts, which is normally a representation of the feminine. Heal yourself. Take control of your life. Be the master behind the wheel of your car. Rather than let other people drive the car, it is your turn to drive. It is your turn to be in control. By taking the strength and the power to be in control of your life, you will find that healing will take place naturally. One of the crystals you can use to heal is Tektite. That is an absorber of negative energy. But for some reason, I feel for you, Epidote. And how do you spell that? E-P-I, don't know how to spell it. E-P-I-D-O, is it T-E? Epidote. That resonates with me, with you. Try this and hold it in your hand. Meditate with healing at least twice a week for half an hour. You need to give yourself space and time. Even though you feel that you have space and time, it's important for you to clear the garbage, the trash all around you and fully focus on a clear vessel. And by clearing all the clutter that is within your mind, within the people around you, within your vicinity, within your home, you will find the healing process starts to take place. Healthy eating for you is vital right now. Healthy eating, that's what I get. Okay. The same goes for the bowel. Tektite is, again, anything to do with the stomach. The person that just mentioned the bowel, purifying oil would be a wonderful oil for you. If you go onto my website and look what is in purifying oil, use those oils on yourself. What's that? golden rutile is a good crystal for you that will heal the bowels. Relationship, fixing the relationship, healing your past relationship is to do with your bowels as well. Know that you are beautiful and you are powerful, and whatever's happened in your life, it's all as it should be. I see a lot of tests and challenges that you, like I, have gone through. So conquer those and know that you are a powerful soul. Is it okay to wear crystals at funerals? I was often asked to talk at funerals where people that I was in their life, their family, asked me to come and talk. I remember a time when I was in Belmadina, and a talk took place by the priest. And as I sat at the front, my heart became heavier and heavier listening to his depressing talk on the fact that their spirit is nowhere, is not here. When he'd finished, the whole of the people sat in that audience were in tears. I stood up. I held a natural citrine in my hand and I began the talk. And the priest was next to me, and I said, within this past half an hour, I felt this beautiful soul next to every single one of you, touching you, holding you, telling you it's okay. I felt the presence of this beautiful soul that we loved. And she's here now. And she speaks of how close she is to you. And she said to me, a single thought, and I am here. The veil between the two worlds is so very fine. Never forget this. I held that citrine in my hand, and my hand burned. I felt the words of this beautiful soul through me. The tears had now turned to joy and happy tears, and the priest could do nothing but hang his head in shame, because he knew what he had said had killed the spirit of the brothers and sisters in that room. And in those 15 minutes talking with a crystal in my hand, the room, the energy, the vibration, the love had raised to a new energy of smiling, of happiness, and of joy. And from that moment on, everybody who came to the front and wanted to share their experience with this beautiful soul who lived with us and was in our life in circles, she was called, or I named her, the Wise Owl, because she always wore an owl around her neck. Thereafter, everybody who spoke about her as if she was in the room. And the priest just hung his head all the way through and never said another word. So, to answer your question, should we wear crystals at funerals? Why wouldn't we? That would be my question to you. Why wouldn't we? Mark, I am feeling lost. What should I do? There are times when we sit in solitude and we listen to words. There are times when we sit in solitude and get a pen and paper and just start to write. This is called channeling. I am told you are guided now to channel, to write your story, to write your healing, to write your happiness again. This is the message I hear for you. The crystal I hear deep down is black moonstone. This will raise your frequency as you write. Hold it and hold it tight and feel the healing taking place. The light will come and darkness will be no more. I made a video 2 days ago or 1 day ago with regarding to abundance. Abundance of peace, abundance of joy, and abundance of everything that we want in our life. I recommend abundance oil. That's the first thing I would use. And my favorite crystal for abundance is pyrite. These two together worked upon morning, noon, and night for at least 17, 18 days. You'll find that everything changes in your thoughts and your energy will shift from low frequency to high. And thus you will allow good energy into you. Like attracts like, dark attracts dark. Lost energy attracts lost energy. Kickstart that by using abundance oil, or going to your local store and find natural, organic ylang ylang. Use that with a base oil. Pyrite you can get from your local crystal store, I'm sure. Try that for 17 days. And finally for you, this is a trial, and the next 7 to 8 months depends on how you see your life. Life is not always by way of looking straight ahead, but sometimes by turning yourself upside down and seeing the world differently. This is your test, your challenge, what you've come here to do. See life in the way that you want to see it, not by way of others forcing you to see it. Be the light, be strong, and remember you are protected and loved by the spirit world and your family there. I can't really talk about books because I don't read them, so I don't really know what to say about books. Which crystal will help me on my journey to tarot cards? I'm seeing Moonstone, but I'm also seeing two crystals, Moonstone, and it looks like it's a pink Moonstone, or it could be rainbow. No, it's rainbow. I see rainbow Moonstone. It looks like Mount Shasta crystal. Try either or and see what happens. Wear them day and night. Oof, you will be a really good reader. You are a good reader. It says here that people, whoever you are, you have a couple of secret admirers by the looks of this, or you will have in the next 4. I see the figure 4. So whoever you are, you've got a great ability to attune. Listen to your inner. Seems that you've been here many times and you've done this before. It seems like you're passionate. It feels like you're ready to conquer the world. If you continue doing this and keep going, one step after another. Keep practicing with your cards. Keep practicing. Your cards will eventually fade out and you will take over the cards and you will be the reader because you've done this before. Whoever you are, success is coming to you. And by this time in 4 years, you will be successful in so many ways of helping and healing the world. So whoever you are, keep going. My dad has a paralyzing stroke. Okay, what crystals and what you can do? Multiple things I'm feeling we can do is absent healing. So if you can learn how to heal and follow the energy around his head. See, as I'm feeling that now, it feels like the back of the head needs healing. So we go to the back of the head when we do absent healing, or if you can be with him and just give him healing at the back of his head, there's something there that needs to be healed and strengthened. Almost like my hands are tied. It's almost like I can't get to him for some reason. I don't know why that is, if it's to do with other people who are stopping that or whatever that may be. But fire agate would be an amazing crystal. Not for him, but for you to wear and give healing. Black. Is that rutile? Black rutile. If he wears black rutile, this will help. We've got to, almost looks like there's a tangle web of emotions within this person that is within the mind. And I think that's the reason why we heal the back of the head. We're trying to untangle the pain, the suffering, the worries, the fears. We've got to clear them away. That would be my suggestion. And I see love and only healing from you for the next 6 months. That is necessary. Sometimes the path is a little bit longer than what we hoped, but that's the way forward. Past life trauma. That's an interesting one. The two crystals that I love for that is red amethyst. That's really good for past life trauma. And one of the other ones that worked really well was that blue, might be blue jade, harder crystal to get, but blue jade was a really profound crystal for past life regression that my clients worked on. I'll see what else it says. Inner love, recognition of who you are, realizing that you're a kind, caring, loving person, realizing that you have a gift of compassion, loving, caring. You're a good soul. By way of recognizing who you are, you will eliminate past life trauma and issue. So this life is absolutely far more important to recognize who you are, to heal your past life. That would be my suggestion. And I'm handing you a rose right now of love. Remember, the thorns are only there to protect you. So always remember, you are a strong soul who knows to protect themselves in this lifetime. Seizures. I had a few clients a long time with seizures. My experiences with seizures and what triggers them is all to do with emotion and trapped emotion. And there are 3 places that we should always work on: head, heart, stomach. These 3 places are vital for healing. So eating healthy, sticking with greens, first of all, is vital for healing and cleansing, because what's happened is trapped trauma equal trapped anything inside the body then releases toxins. So from my understanding, when I worked on my clients, they got better and better after a healing session, and they were releasing. So there was a lot of movement, a lot of crying, a lot of issues. So find a good healer to work on those 3 places. And once you release that by way of eating healthy, and exercise is vital, because a lot of people who have seizures don't have a regular routine. Grounding in Mother Earth is one of the most profound things you can do. So for 40 minutes a day for 1 month is ground in Mother Earth. That means that you have to sit down in Mother Earth with your feet bare on the floor and your hands and lie down. Certain crystals you can use is Larimar. That is a fabulous crystal that I found really helped and cleared that. Golden Heart is a perfect healing oil that I would recommend now if I were still healing back then. There is something about natural yasmin which holds a great release energy, but it also strengthens the heart. So that's where I'd be rubbing it on the heart. But I'd also probably rub it on at the back of the head, and I'd also use the temples, and I'd also probably go to the third eye. I would intake it every day, breathe it in 3 times a day, and rub it on my body on those 3 places that I just suggested you do the healing work. What's a good crystal for giving healing? Well, depends what kind of healing you want to give, because each crystal holds a frequency specifically for healing a certain part of the body or strengthening the body. So if you're a healer and somebody comes in with an issue of grief, then the crystal I would go to is black tourmaline, and I'd probably use Tektite on the stomach. I'd put the black tourmaline on the heart, the Tektite on the stomach, and I'd place my hands over the crystals and give healing. So there are so many different forms of energy frequencies. So each crystal resonates, and just sometimes, there can be a spanner thrown in the works, because you one day you could be doing 3 healing sessions because somebody has been physically abused, and you would turn to, I don't know, fluoride, K2, which are good crystals for healing process of that, and then you'd be like, hang on a minute, why am I going to Tanzanite? Because whatever that person's going through could be completely different from the other 2 that you've been healing. So my suggestion is to create a really nice collection of crystals, place them down, and before you start the healing, just nip over and grab the first crystal that you feel you want to grab, and then work on your client without thought of why you're grabbing that crystal. The only reason why I share what I share with you guys about working with crystals is because of the experience, not because of books, not because of videos, but experience. So to begin with, I never knew what crystal I was going to use, but I would have 50 crystals. And soon as the healing process started, I would look at the end of the day and think, wow, why is it that I simply grabbed this crystal for this reason? So what I share with you is experience of what I learned afterwards. So when I say what I say to you, it's because of what I did previously, not the other way around. It's not like I got a book and read it and used a crystal because somebody wrote about it. I didn't believe in that. I wanted to experience it. And the one thing that I learned is that there is no set rules to working with crystals. And I realized that the most purest form of working with crystals is to not damage your mind by somebody else telling you what to use, but for you to choose what feels right in the moment. And you are closer to the healing process by using your guidance and intuition in the moment of doing it, rather than, okay, I'm going to use this when my client comes in an hour. And it's a little bit like channeling. You write something down for your guests to listen to your message. When you get there, you realize that everything you wrote down is meaningless. So then you throw the piece of paper away and start again by way of channeling. That's exactly the same as when you work with crystals. So yes, there's nothing wrong to start with when people are a little bit struggling with not knowing which crystal to grab on the client. But in my understanding, what I observed through my work and through the people who have come here, is that the greatest healing work was when they said, I don't know why I grabbed that crystal, but I grabbed it and put it there on your client. And I said, what happened? Well, they started crying and they feel better, and look at them, they're shining. Okay. So do you trust the fact that now your intuition led you to that crystal, whether that is the spirit's helping hand, or whether it was your intuition, or whether it was good luck? Who cares? You followed that intuition and you trusted it, and look what happened to your client. And I saw that over the years, that when you trust in your crystals, whichever you pick up without using your brain and listening to what Mark said, that is the perfect healer. That's how I would recommend. And that's how I recommend when you come here, or you're on the 4-day pure energy healing crystal course. Everything is given to you there for you to always trust and understand that the most powerful healer in the world is in the moment. I'm not really generous with my knowledge. I don't see myself generous with it, but thanks. I appreciate it. I could do a lot more at times. I hope to do as well. Yeah, Kate, crystals for trauma and emotional abuse and stuff like that. I like K2. K2 seems to be a really powerful one, because there's something about the blue and the energy of that crystal of Motherstone that seems to target deep trauma. So I like it a lot. I like it a lot. But for you, what do I see? Like, that looks like mother of pearl, and also Shiva's eye. They look good. So if it's for clients or for yourself, they look good. Something about your feet. Place your feet on Mother Earth as much as you can. Break free from the pain and suffering of, yeah, well, you've already said that. Working on yourself, looking at yourself, looking in the mirror, loving yourself, working on your third eye, working on your crown chakra, working on just being the most amazing soul that you are. Looking into your eyes, they're deeply powerful, gifted, loving. Uh, Hi, Mark. What's a clear crystal pyramid used for? I don't know. Hello, sir. Do you have the potential to? Do I have? Of course you do. You're already a healer. The one thing that we all are internally healers. You know, First of all, the first question I would say to you is, when you see somebody fall, do you laugh or do you feel pain? If you laugh, then you've got a long way to go. If you feel pain, then you are a healer. If you run over and try and help that person up, then you are already a healer. You're already a healer. It's that simple. It only takes a few days to understand the tools and the knowledge. So I did a 4-day pure energy healing course here, and I do it online now. And in them 4 days, all the tools, all the information, all the lies and manipulations that we clear away in them 4 days set you up to be a pure energy healer. And it's the beginning of your healing path. In 4 days, you are now ready to become a healer. And it's a very successful course. It's been incredibly reviewed in loving ways. And that has been my life. That's what I've been doing in these 2 decades. And I'm proud to say, in my humble opinion, it's probably one of the most powerful 4 days of people's lives. It changes lives. And regardless whether you become a world famous healer or not, you have the tools from that moment on to make a difference in your life and to change it and to strengthen it, and also others. So it's just like going on a course for 2 days to learn how to resuscitate people. So a first aid course. This is a course to learn how to heal, and it's an amazing course. And the other course, I only have 2 courses. One is the pure energy healing course, and one is the pure energy crystal healing course. And the crystal healing course is directly all about full focus, deep diving crystals, understanding them, how to work with them, where to use them, when to use them, how to cleanse them, how to do everything with crystals. So that's my courses. So yeah, of course I recommend them because I believe in them, and everything that I've shared over those 4 days is basically two decades of my understanding. Can you do a reading for me, Scorpio? I feel that your heart is getting stronger day by day. I see past trauma releasing through the knowledge of your great work and effort you put into yourself. I see your emotions, and I see how you're conquering those emotions. I see the struggle, I see the mountain, but I also see you at the top of the mountain. I see October being an amazing month, so keep walking your path. I see deep love inside you, a love that wants to give more than most can actually accept. But don't stop being who you are. Keep shining, keep being amazing, keep growing, keep working towards the path that you chose to come here. And you are on your path, and you have amazing help by our spirit world. I see a love and protection. Just hold your hand out. Meditate as much as you can through the week, this week and next week. Feel the guidance of your family and spirit, and know that magic happens through those moments of peace, stillness, and realizing how powerful you truly are. How do you trust yourself? First things first, you have to clear your past and your feelings of the amount of people who let you down. You see, they didn't let you down. They came here to show you that you and you alone is the one person who can make your life the way you want it. So every time somebody lets you down, or you don't feel as if somebody loves you or focuses on you, is that to show you the most important thing on your journey, and that is the deep power that lies within you. The one thing I see shining is your head. So it means that you're not only intuitive, but you're powerful and you can create all you need. So if I had your gift, if I had your power, I would be focused on myself. I would be working on my higher self. I would be letting go of the past. I would be letting go of people around me right now, and I'd be fully focused on my path and journey. I wouldn't look towards my past as my understanding of life, but I would look towards the future and what you decide to focus on. That what creates your new journey of trust and love and internal love. And it's very good to look in the mirror sometimes and realize that you are beautiful. And whoever's lucky enough to be with you is the luckiest soul in the world, because when you give, when you love, it's 100%. So you're a good soul, whoever you are. Don't ever stop believing in you. We all have demons, all of us. Varicose veins is something that we need to work on cleansing the blood. And that is a process. So physical and emotional, frustration, clear, anger, being in a tight situation, feeling like you're grabbing the steering wheel too tight. We have to learn to release. We have to stop squinting. We have to stop thinking about negative thoughts, and we have to release all of that which blocks and makes something too thick. We need to thin out the blood. We need to heal and cleanse the blood. So we are looking at a beautiful cleansing for the body. The first thing I would suggest would be a wonderful cleansing for 1 month, just 4 weeks, of your liver and kidneys. Strengthening the liver and kidneys will be a huge impact towards those issues that you have, and slowly they will disappear. This is something that you have to work on. But the other thing is using a good healing oil on your heart, and at least working on your heart of self-healing 3 times a day for 15 minutes will make a massive difference. This will reduce any issue with what we talk about. Crystals which are good for that are pearl. Pearl is a wonderful crystal, freshwater pearl. Wear it around your wrist or around your neck. You will feel stronger and you will feel happier. On a side note, deep inside our cells, we need to clear the pain and suffering of this lifetime and past. So we have to learn to forgive. And forgive, sometimes we don't even know what we're forgiving, but we forgive and we just forgive. And I would always recommend Cavensite. Can you help me choose a crystal that helps me on my spiritual path and journey? I'll try. Blue Kyanite. Blue Kyanite. And there is you on your path. Blue Kyanite. On your journey, do not fixate on one thing. Do not fixate on 2 things. Do not fixate on 3 things. Simply walk your path in the middle of the road. Enjoy all the teachings, all that is given to you as you walk your path. But don't fixate on one thing. There's too many good things coming your way. Clear your mind and don't feel an addiction to anything. That's what I'm hearing for you. The next 3 years are great for you. Really positive. Hi, Mark. Thank you for this live. Would you help with skin tags or moles? I actually, the only thing that I know about that is what Don Tolman teaches, and that is food grade. Come on, guys, help me out. My mind's a bit blank when it comes to remembering everything. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. You put a couple of drops on and it might start to sting a bit. Hydrogen peroxide. You need to contact somebody like Don Tolman, but there are natural other ways of using of clearing these things. Don't go down the path of medical patches, because they are toxic and they go into the blood and they can definitely cause cancers. So do it a natural way. There are so many natural ways you can do it, but the thing is, it takes a little bit of time, and everybody wants an instant fix in 2 days a week. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I would go to Don Tolman and ask his advice for that. Dementia is yeah, your dad has dementia. So coconut, raw coconut oil intaked in the mouth 3 times a day, plenty of water, seem to help a lot of my clients. Healing the top of the head, working on the top of the head. There's many different crystals, but for you, I'm like, do I feel is that lizardite? Lizardite. Maybe a piece of lizardite as you're working on the top of the head sometimes helps as well. But it's also definitely something to do with food as well. The right diet has to be implemented. Fresh fruits, vegetables are essential to the healing process. Nuts, which are hazelnuts, walnuts, all the nuts you can get. Let him eat nuts through the day. And like I said, raw coconut oil intaked 2 or 3 teaspoons 3 times a day. It's all natural, so that's not going to cause any issues. And that would be my feeling. And lizardite, for some reason, interesting. Okay, just give me a second. Just going to take my shot. If I don't look at the camera all the time, it's because I'm channeling, and because my eyes are closed, I'm trying to see, and you see more clearly when your eyes are closed than open. Probably doesn't look good, but I don't care how I look. I care about the message. I just want to take a moment's break and just talk to you about something that many people don't really understand, and that is frequencies and energies around us at any given moment. First of all, when the world is manipulated by sprays, when the world's manipulated by frequencies, radio waves, microwaves, 5G, when world leaders come together to try and create something which should not be created, i.e. CERN, when they start to mess with this world, they open gateways, doorways, portholes. They do things that should not be done in the name of science. And I have noticed over the times that they switch the machine on, that the frequency changes, and I see great chaos around us, around the world. So the world isn't such a big place when you understand that when you mess with the energy, when you mess with the only thing we have, when we start to do things which are not natural, we can cause great harm as a ripple effect as you drop a pebble into the water. And what's happening right now is that you have to start to take responsibility. And by way of that, meaning that you have to now look after your body. You have to clear the parasites from your mind, because the energy frequencies that is happening right now is going to pull people down. It's going to make them more angry. It's going to make people more aggressive. They're going to do things that they would not normally do. And that could be for all of us. Therefore, our way of protecting ourselves is by eating what Mother Earth asks us to eat, by drinking her herbs, by using the crystals to help us strengthen, by cleansing our body with sage, with Mother Earth's natural sage, by using Palo Santo, which is the tree that gives us the healing, the oils that are given to us by the plants. These are the things that we use on our body to strengthen our body, which then creates an energetic frequency like a most powerful antenna, which then blasts the energy away that is trying to manipulate and come into us. That would be my suggestion for you. Okay. Yeah, any crystal that you can use with water is a powerful purification. It's the same as healing. It's the same thing. It's the same as my crystal healing. If I ever, like today, I'm going to work on some, I've got a set of, I don't know, about 15 of these. These are natural citrines, okay? Really rare, hard to get hold of these days. The citrines that you normally get are fired and they're amethyst, beautiful, but natural citrine is quite hard to get hold of now. But I have a few pieces behind there. So imagine a cup of water is a crystal. So I take the cup of water or the crystal and I do what I'm doing now. I close my eyes and I start to channel. Now, I only do this when I am between 90 and 100%. Otherwise, there's no point. So I'll take that crystal or 5 or 10 crystals and I'll hold them in my hand. And as you would put your love into water and then drink it, as we do pure energy healers, we always give a glass of water after a healing session, but all the healers grab the water and put their healing into it. We learn how to put healing into water, which is basically memory. Now, every crystal that you have touched has 1 billion gigabytes of memory, which means that you can never fill a crystal with too much positive memory. So each time you work on a crystal or a water and you put your energy into that, it stays in there and you drink that into your body. Same with a crystal. So a crystal, when you just hold a crystal from Mother Earth and you put it next to a glass of water, the frequency that that beautiful crystal emits will then go into the water or anything around it. That's what crystals do. They're alive and they emit an energy of balance, of healing, of frequencies that strengthen the whole of your body system, depending on what that frequency is. So I don't know what the question was now. I forgot. But that's it, really. The only thing, that's right. The only thing is that there are certain crystals that I would not put into water because they may be slightly toxic. So all you do is put it next to the crystal because it vibrates at the same as putting it in. Some people say to me, oh, why don't you put them inside? You don't need to put them inside. I have crystals around my oils, but I also have crystals inside. Why do you put crystals inside? It just felt right. So what's the difference? None. If I put them around, it's the same frequency. It still goes into there. But the difference now is that I can't go back into these without having to pull them out and then work on them and then put them back in again. If I have them around or on top, then I can pull that beautiful crystal, work 1 hour on it or half an hour on it or 3 hours on it, and then put it back on top. And then that frequency will then digest into the memory of my oils. That's why my oils are pretty awesome, because they always have a new memory every time I make a new batch, which is fabulous, because that says that the energy of this world, which is always changing, we are changing the oils every week because of our work that we put into the oils. So on average, I put about 6 hours a week into these oils by placing my hands on the oils. That's standard for me. If I'm not here, then I can't do anything. I normally have somebody come and play some singing bowls to keep the energy high, just like at our office with all the oils. So that's my work. My work is basically taking a raw crystal and putting memory into that crystal, and then somebody going to the website and saying, I don't know why I'm buying that, but I need that crystal. And then when they get it, they realize that they've been pulled to a crystal that has helped them with the energy that's been put into it. And it's fascinating, and it's a beautiful thing. And you can do it too. The secret is, whenever you work on crystals or water or oils, you work when you're at your strongest. The reason why that is because when you are channeling the free energy around you, depending on how strong you are, if you are vibrating at 80%, then 80% goes into the crystal. If you're not feeling well and you are vibrating at 10%, then the healing energy that comes into you, you need that 90%. So you are only going to give 10% to the crystal and 90% to you. So when you need healing, then work on crystals and you'll heal yourself. When you want to work on the crystal to give it energy, you work on it when you're as strong as you can be. I never, ever work on any of my tools, ever, if I'm not feeling strong. I've got to be a minimum of 80, 85%, or else not a chance. I'm not wasting my energy, because I know I am not at the full strength. And that's why I'm proud of every single crystal that I work with. Okay. I am so drawn to citrine, to know if I should be wearing one. Absolutely. Citrine. I gave a talk a few months ago about citrine, and I actually gave a talk about citrine on my 4-day Pure Energy Healing course at the Pure Energy Healing Academy. And for all the people listening, I was so in tune with natural citrine that everybody understood. And I think Leila Sati even confirmed it too. I think everybody should have a natural citrine now, because there's something so powerful about it. And whenever Hollywood disses something, you know there's something special. And there was a film, I can't remember whether it was Wonder Woman, but it was all about natural citrine, saying that it was cursed. That's normally a good go-to, that the powers of darkness are trying to stop people from working with natural citrine. There is something very unique. So get yourself to your local crystal store and ask for a natural, it's got to be natural citrine, okay? Okay, your daughter's suffering from quite a lot of stuff, but it's migraines and depression. Soon as you started talking there, my feeling is freedom. Say that again. So this relates to past life. So whatever's happened in the past life, there could have been incarceration. So if I am right in what I'm saying, you'll be able to understand this. If not, then I don't know where I'm going here. But it feels like this child feels always the need to be free, but feels trapped sometimes, so that there may be a frustration and not being able to, or have the confidence to go and do, but the child needs to fly free, spread their wings. I'm seeing a blue crystal now. I'm seeing a blue crystal. This is to do with flying free. This is to do with spreading their wings. So what my suggestion is, cavern site, and giving your child it seems to be freedom of choice and going and doing things that to get your child out, or your daughter out to do things for what she wants. It's like pushing to do something for what she wants. I also feel a little bit of frustration and anger inside. So there needs to be healing and cleansing from the heart and the mind. So there's something about past and forgiveness. So I can't. This girl is a healer, a wise, powerful, because I see a feather around them. So the older we get, the more wiser and more powerful we become. Cavern site, beautiful soul, and also super sensitive. Crystal for extreme fatigue and insomnia. Well, I guess the most important thing, and just let me clarify that, listening, first of all, finding an environment that you need to clear as your own temple. Keep everybody out of that space. First of all, cleanse and clear it. Music is vitally important to your healing, and so is the healing of frequency. So singing bowls will be a fantastic form of healing for you. Fatigue, it's something to do with food as well. It's food for the soul. You need to be looking for food for the soul. You can't have sugar. You can't intake alcohol for at least 3 months. You've got to stop eating anything to do with meat and start to go on a plant-based diet. By doing that, your energy will lift within the space of 3 weeks. Therefore, you will eat healthy, live healthy, your fatigue will disappear, and you'll grow stronger and stronger. If you already are on this path, don't stop, keep going, but be careful for what you're eating. Be careful what you eat, because you can go back to being the same very easily. So it's important that we cleanse and clear and detox the body. I think, like, for fatigue, I don't know, lemon quartz, maybe? Lemon quartz. That's a powerful crystal. Lemon quartz. Natural. It's got to be natural, not fake. Lemon quartz. That would be my suggestion. But music has to be played. Like the music I play, it needs to be played through the day. You need a special place for your own and nobody to go into that room. That's your healing room. Yeah, that's true. Red tourmaline is good for blood flow. That is true. That is definitely true. It does help. Nausea. For the last 4 months. Nausea is, let me just see if I can see something for you. Normally, for me, issues of male energy, or of either being let down or bad things happening, can be triggered sometimes in the future with nausea. And I noticed that the pieces, when they're not put together, when we just reject and disregard them and not look at certain things in our life, nausea can trigger. I'm not saying that for you, but I'm just feeling that a little bit, and then it can actually come into our energy. It's a very potent and dark energy that we need to cleanse and clear. So saging yourself at least once a day for at least 14 days. By saging your body, doing it correctly, you'll find that you'll release a lot of the issues that boil up inside or start to cause the effect of nausea. Anything else? Your foundations as well are really important. When our foundations are built on sand, like when we might not have support, or we worry about losing things, or where are we, what are we doing, what's our life about, if we don't work on that support and we don't have the strength, one of the cause reactions is nausea as well. It's because it's a form of fear and worry and sickness. So that is something maybe to look at. I could be completely wrong, but that could be something. It's almost like I don't want to lose something as well. So I'm frightened of losing whatever I've got. These sometimes can be related to that. When we see things that we don't like, sometimes if we hold it in our stomach, it comes out as a way of detox, nausea. Yeah. There's also another crystal that works well that I worked with clients, and that's lapis lace for nausea. That worked really well for a couple of my clients. So spinal injury, certain things that you need to do on a health level is drink celery juice religiously every morning. I would say at least once a day. That starts to strengthen everything, the bones and all. It's incredible. But also, what else do I see? A natural, healthy diet, natural foods strengthens the body. Natural grains. A good oil to use is healing oil. And for some reason, though, I'm also drawn to energizing oil. So if you look on my website, read what the oils are in the healing oil and energizing oil, and rub that on your back at least 3 times a day for at least 3 weeks. And that will keep strengthening and strengthening. But rhodochrosite springs to mind as well. So maybe a piece of rhodochrosite. Yeah, rhodochrosite. Try that. That might help. Okay, Mark, I lost my... Yeah, well, first of all, losing your period is normally because of health, of what you eat and what you don't eat, but it also is coupled with emotions and trauma in the sense of fear. So I'll just check and make sure. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a fairly dark card, which means that, well, if you look at it carefully, there's chains. This is you. This is a representation of you. And these are chains that you probably can't see it, but they're chains. And there's also a snake winding itself around you. The snake normally is a representation of fear. So the chains are normally because whatever you're doing along your path and journey, you feel like you're chained. So the first thing that you need to do is unchain yourself, clear the fear, and you'll find that you'll release all of the frustration energy that blocks and holds everything in place. The happier you become, the more you release, and you'll get your period back. As to children, this card comes up. So it's basically the mother card. So you're going to be an amazing mother. So stop worrying. Don't listen to people, and don't listen to Google. All bullshit. And you'll be back on your feet in no time. Work on your happiness. Hello, Mark. What is the best way to clear the kidneys and prostate? Yeah, well, for me, my kidneys needed clearing. I used to use sacred oil because a lot of the times we are bombarded by negative energy. Those energies can sit at the back, and liver, kidneys, they're all to do with our other people's weaknesses of what they are, who they are. And when you're around people who may be of negative energy, who may say negative things, and sometimes we get upset when people say things to us, we look back and think, oh my God, that was an awful thing they said about us. Sometimes it might be a little thing, but that's just as powerful as a big thing to anybody else. It's all relative. So a lot of the times, the little things that people may say or don't say normally sit in the back, and they create an energy that stays there and builds up and causes a lot of the issues that you may hold. So what I would suggest is lots of different ways of detoxifying your liver and kidneys. And the first thing that I saw was yellow. Normally when I see yellow, it's normally lemon. So lemon quartz would be a good crystal. And also drinking lemon, if you can, at least 1 to 2 lemons squeezed every morning. Drink that first of all before you even go to any of your food. If you can't drink it because it's too strong, then mix it with a glass of water, and do that for 3 weeks. And in them 3 weeks, you'll find that your beautiful body will reproduce and turn into a new beautiful kidneys, and then they'll become stronger again. The one thing that I hear is that you're a born leader, and that you sometimes get frustrated because people don't hear you or your message as much as you would like. That can cause issue to you as well. When you share your truth to the world, that's as much as we can do. It's not our job for other people to listen. It's their job. So we share being because you are a natural teacher. Keep sharing your truth, but let it go. And at the moment their moment of divine awakening happens, then you played a role and played a part. But just remember that you see things really clearly. And I see you as a very intellectual and powerful soul who sees, and sometimes people don't understand you as I see you. So yeah, you're a born leader. Okay. The message from Moldavite for you. I think Moldavite is important that we try and look outside of the box from what different people say about Moldavite. I think it's a personal journey. I don't think you should look upon Moldavite as what Mark Bajerski says or anybody else on the internet. What you should do with Moldavite is have a clean sheet, a clean canvas. Place the Moldavite down and speak to your Moldavite in silence. Hold it, listen to its message. Let it be. Let it speak to you. Let it be the teacher. That's how I work with Moldavite. The only reason why I share my stuff is because of what I've learned through the experience. But your experience may be completely different from mine. Just because I've been a healer and worked with crystals doesn't make my understanding of crystals any more powerful than yours. So you become the teacher, you become the pupil with Moldavite. And each day, Moldavite will always give you new understandings because everything is shifting right now. So that's why I say Moldavite is one of the most amazing crystals in the world, because its ever-changing structure, energy, and life force makes it so extraterrestrial and unusual that it doesn't matter how big your Moldavite is, mind and heart blowing. So that would be my suggestion to you today. Low self-esteem. I'll show you this crystal here. I did a video of this crystal the other day, talking about all of these crystals. It's one or two back from this. Go and watch all those crystals I talk about, but this is the one. This is absolutely fantastic at the moment, and I used to give this away all the time to people with low self-esteem. So just go and watch the video rather than me tell you what it is, because you might enjoy the conversation. There might be something in there as well that touches you. Do you want me to recommend other things as well? Because there's like Brandberg is fantastic for low self-esteem. I don't know, maybe Chevron or Bumblebee. Fabulous crystal for low self-esteem. Fabulous. Yeah, I think that's enough. Golden heart on your heart every day for a month, and you'll see the difference of your low self-esteem just disappearing. On a final note for you on low self-esteem, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but what I see is something within you which is magnificent. I see a great powerhouse in you. So when you're not connected to your true power, when you're not connected to your spirit like you should be, there's going to be a low self-esteem, because deep down your spirit is trying to tell you, wake up to who you are. So I'm here to say, you are a healer, you are a psychic, you are powerful, you are everything inside you that you need to get into and start to shine that light of yours. Only you can do this. Only you can do it through the belief in yourself, and you can't do it when you're running around going crazy, looking at other people, judging yourself with other people. You've got to stop looking at the outside world and spend time in nature and with yourself, and start to listen and ask your heart, who am I, and why am I so nice and kind, and why am I so powerful, why am I so strong? And then you'll start to find that your spirit will tell you all the good things that you are and all the good things that you've done, because I see many of them. I see many of them, and you reject them like they're nothing. So you need to stop that now, and you need to start looking at how amazing you are. Once you do that, in the next coming 2 years, you're a different soul. You're shining a light, you're writing, you're spreading your word, and people listen. Okay, guys, that's my talk today. I hope you enjoyed this. Obviously, I couldn't go too deep because this is public. However, there are some people who are now going to say, please, can you do it again? I will set something up, but the next one I'm doing won't be free, because this is going to be a deep dive of personal readings like this, and deep talking about the future and all of that. That will be on my website shortly, and it will be probably next Saturday that I do this, and it will be a Zoom only. So it will be for a small number of people who want to come on, and we will, I can't read for everybody, but I'll do my best to read for as many people as I can. And at the end of that, I'm going to give everybody a beautiful pure energy healing session. So you can look out for that on my website. If this or anything that I've said has resonated with you, I appreciate everything that you've done today, that you're here, and that you've given me your time and kindness. And I hope I've given some kind of love and healing as I speak. Like I said before, I've done 2 things in my life that I'm proud of. One is the Pure Energy Healing 4-day course, and the other one is the Pure Energy Healing Crystal course. This is something that I recommend, just like anybody else would recommend what they do. This is a fantastic 4-day event. And if you are to do it in the future and you save up for it, like I saved up for my courses when I started, take 4 days out of your life. Do not let anybody interfere with those 4 days. And you put your heart and soul into them 4 days. You get clients ready on the 3 days that you start doing healing sessions on your clients. And I promise you guys, you will enjoy those 4 days like you've never enjoyed in your life. So once again, thank you so much. Just on a final note before I go, this is something that I did a few days ago, and everything on here is going to be a gift to one person. So most people go to my website and buy oils and incense. So when you make a purchase of over 50, you will be automatically put into a draw, and I will take your name and stick it into a bowl. And at the end of, in 2 weeks from now, I'm going to make the draw, and somebody is going to win these thousands of crystals in this tray. So that's something as a gift to say thank you for going to mattbajerski.com. If you've enjoyed the reading with the cards and you want to learn how to read the cards, there's an absolutely fantastic offer right now. It's normally £300 to be on my on my tarot course. It's not really a tarot course, but it is, in which you receive these cards and 10-hour tarot course online. It's now 100. So that's ongoing for the next few weeks. People are taking advantage of that, which I'm really happy, and I hope you're enjoying the course. So it's nice to read for yourself. And at the end of these 10 hours, you'll have the confidence to read for yourself, and maybe like many others, you become a full-time reader and make a great living and enjoy what you do and make a living. Fantastic. It's what I did. So that's it, guys. Love you all. I hope I haven't upset anybody or offended anybody. I have never my intention to hurt anybody or upset anybody. Anything that you've received today as a message, shelve, let it go and move on with your life. Anything positive in there, grab, work with. Anything that felt a bit negative, look at it and say, yes, no, I don't relate to that. No problem at all. Remember, I can always be wrong, and I have been wrong. So that I accept. I'm just trying my best to help as much as I can. So I hope you've enjoyed this free 1.5 hours. Love you all. Thanks for joining me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.